We're here at Freethought Farms with Jacob Truax, proprietor of Freethought Farms. Hello.
Hi.
So, how did you get this farm?
How did I get this farm?
Yeah.
I was looking for a new home and this came up and I thought this is an interesting opportunity and I liked the land and the proximity to the city, so I decided to buy it. I was living in Antioch. I sold my house and bought this one.
Alright, so what is it that you do here?
Well, aside from it being my residence, I was gifted a bunch of chickens and donkeys and a goat, 2 goats, when I first moved in. And I've been raising chickens ever since. I've got about 50 chickens right now. I've got the 9 donkeys. They don't really do a whole lot, but they're here. And I've got 2 turkeys and a duck. And then I've got 3 goats now.
Yes, okay. So how, the animals that you got on your own, how did you choose to get them? What were the factors in?
I liked having the eggs. I liked having the free-range chickens, and so you get those for a variety of places. I mostly get them at Co-op or Tractor Supply and raise them from young chickens. I've also had a friend of mine who works at the school incubate eggs, and so I've gotten chickens that way as well. I've had chickens that I've gotten from people that have raised chickens and decided they didn't want to do it anymore. I like selling eggs. I like eating eggs, and every once in a while we'll slaughter one of the roosters that's problematic and we'll have him for dinner. But that's really few and far between. I don't raise the chickens for that purpose because, frankly, it's a lot of work. And slaughtering chickens and processing them, it takes about an hour per chicken, more or less. And that's just more than I want to get into just for 20 bucks or 30 bucks or whatever somebody's going to pay me for a chicken.
Yeah. So don't go to your Trader Joe's. Okay, so what is it? So you sell eggs, you're planning to sell goats. What is that selling process like? How is it? Is it easier?
It can be easy. There's always supply or demand problems. There's always one or the other. Either I have too many eggs or not enough eggs. Right now I'm on the not enough eggs, which is a good place to be. It means I'm selling out of all my eggs. But right now things are going pretty well. I'm getting anywhere from 18 to 36 eggs a day, and so that's a pretty good supply. I mostly sell to friends. I got to a point where I had so many that I needed to sell them somewhere else, so I put an ad out on Facebook Marketplace and got a couple of regular clients who have come by to buy eggs, but for the most part I'm selling to friends.
Because I know that my mom is behind the camera. Hello.
Hello.
I know that we had a steady supply of eggs for quite a while. I think we still do, yeah? Yeah, because we buy them. So, about the farm and the land, do you plan to pass this on? Do you plan to sell it? Do you plan to just move somewhere else after a while?
I have 8 more years before I'm able to retire from Rutherford County Schools. I'm mulling over those options, like what do I want to do? Going into retirement, this is already a lot of work, and it's a lot of physical work.
Yeah.
It's very worthwhile. I like being out here. We're not a mile from Murfreesboro. Very close to amenities and everything like that. So it's nice to have this little oasis that close to the city.
Yeah, it's a very good area.
But as I get older, I'm not sure that this is what I want to do physically and economically. There's a lot of drawbacks to it. In terms of the donkeys cost a lot of money. The chickens cost a lot of money. The eggs that I sell is mostly just to offset the cost of the chicken feed.
The chickens cost a lot of money, really.
They can eat everything that's out here, and they do, but there's not enough forage for all those chickens, and so they do have to be supplemented. And so I buy chicken feed. It's called layer pellets, and I buy scratch grains. So layer pellets are a pelleted food, very much like dog food, so it's like little kibble. And then scratch grains are a mixture of different types of grain, some soy, some corn, other grains that you kind of just throw out to the chickens or feed them in dishes. The scratch grains are not very nutritious. They're really protein eaters, chickens. They're omnivores. They prefer to eat insects, but they also eat grain. And so you need to supplement their diet with some protein. The grain doesn't really cover that. So nuts and bolts, the food costs about $250 a month.
Wow.
And I'm selling a little less than that in eggs, I think, at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
some weeks are better, some weeks, because they don't always produce 36 eggs a day, and I can't always sell 36 eggs a day. It is mostly a hobby. It's not like I could quit my job and live out here and sell eggs. That's not possible. Even if I converted everything to plants, or like like selling baby lettuces and carrots and stuff like that might be more lucrative, but it's not great land for that. It's really good for raising chickens, this land. It's very rocky. There's not a lot of soil, but it wouldn't be very practical for anything that was, food crops for people other than eggs. But there's not enough land for these donkeys. You'll see in the fall and into the summer, the grass runs out because we have 9 donkeys here. They're eating in this section. It's about 5 acres for them, and it's not sufficient. I feel like 9 is about capacity. I'd like to have either more acres or fewer donkeys, really, to make that better for them. I have to buy hay during the winter. The donkeys are very fun, I'd say. A lot of people really enjoy them when they come out to see the place. The donkeys and the goats are both very entertaining animals.
Yes.
I find the turkeys and chickens to be incredibly entertaining myself, and I lie.
I find the turkeys quite stupid, personally.
They are. There's one right there right now who's trapped in between those 2 fences, and he can't figure out how to get out. So he just keeps running back and forth between those 2 fences, and he's not going to places where he could definitely go. He is well aware of how to get out of these enclosures, and he's capable of flight as well.
Yes.
So he could easily just hop over that fence. But instead, he's going back and forth, wondering how he can get up the fence.
And so the wild turkey
It must be the one that never got over
I
the
know.
fence. No, Peter was the dumb one.